In this problem, a given holding chamber initially contains 50 cubic feet of unchlorinated water. A 1 gallon chlorine solution container is accidentally dropped and the full container spills into the chamber, releasing an unknown amount of sodium chloride, NaCl. It is mixed and discharged from the chamber, where measurements determine the sodium chloride concentration at the discharge point is now 2.5 milligrams per liter as chloride. What was the concentration of sodium chloride in milligrams per liter in the initial chlorine solution container? Assume no reactions had occurred yet at the point in time in which the measurements were taken. So this is a repost of problem 16, where I forgot to account for some mole reactions at the end. So if this looks familiar to you, that's why. Anyway, this is an example of a classic mass balance problem. I don't even think there's really a reference to mass balance problems in the reference manual. The closest I got was looking at the section on clarifiers, but let's not worry about that. You can look at it if you want and see if there's anything that you can easily memorize or reference there. But in general, mass balance equations are a fundamental subject in water resources and environmental engineering. So let's just go through that now. So in a mass balance, we have the first volume times the first concentration plus the second volume times the second concentration equals the third volume times the third concentration, where V3 could be considered V1 plus V2. So let's write out our knowns for the problem as we've been given. So first we can see that volume 1 is 50 cubic feet. And volume 2 is going to be 1 gallon. Volume 3, we will have to sum those two together once we get them in the same units. So if we multiply 7.48 gallons over 1 cubic foot, we can get just about 374 gallons for our volume 1. This would mean that our total is 374 plus 1 equals 375 gallons for volume 3. Now, for our concentrations. The problem notes that the 50 cubic feet is unchlorinated, so the first concentration is going to be 0 milligrams per liter. The second concentration is unknown amount, so we're going to call that X. And C3 is going to be the chloride concentration at the discharge point of 2.5 milligrams per liter as chloride. We will talk about that later in the second part of the problem. But right now, let's plug in our knowns into the mass balance equation. So we can say 374 gallons times 0 milligrams per liter plus 1 gallon times an unknown amount of our concentration equals 375 gallons, or the sum of V1 and V2, times 2.5 milligrams per liter as chloride. So our first part of the equation will go to 0, and multiplying this out and simplifying will give us an X equal to 937 milligrams per liter as chloride, or Cl minus. In the original version of the problem that I posted, this was my final answer. But a lot of the comments reminded me that I did not account for the fact that the question is asking for the original concentration of sodium chloride, while my final answer was just in chloride. So step 3 for us, I guess this is the mass balance equation we're calling step 2. The knowns are step 1. So step 3 is going to be to convert the chloride into sodium chloride, and we can do that very easily. So all we have to do is use the molecular weights to get the difference in concentration. So in your civil reference manual, you can find the molecular weights of these on page 301 in chapter 6. And in the environmental reference manual, you can find them on page 30, depending on which exam you're taking. So we can see that Na plus has a molar weight of 23, and Cl minus has a molar weight of 35.5. So since we want to convert from Cl to NaCl, we can just construct a simple ratio with NaCl on the top and Cl on the bottom, or 23 plus 35.5 on the top and 35.5 on the bottom, which should simplify down to about 1.65. So all we have to do now is multiply our 937 mg over L as Cl minus times 1.65 to get a new answer of about 1546 milligrams per liter as NaCl instead, which will be closest to our third answer in the list. So again, this is a very simple mass balance problem that does require us to do 1 molar weight conversion to get the right answer in the right type of compound, as opposed to just the first number you get, which in this case is also there to try to trick you. So just something to be aware of if the exam asks you to do more than one step at a time. But they're both easy steps. And that's it.